Right now, the Metro Rail in Los Angeles is fragmented, and it'll be even more so if they continue on the same path that they are. When you look at most transit systems throughout the country, and in the world too, it's interconnecting lines that makes things easier for people to basically get around. This is why I think this is the best possible solution to providing a system that everyone can enjoy. It won't be so fragmented. They'll have interconnecting lines, and it'll just be such a great thing. But on top of this, I am going to give you an idea for an extension of this dream line. I'm going to call it the dream line. The dream line is going to be the Burgundy line. Okay? I guess we'll give it a designation of a letter. I'm going to call it the letter L. L train. Not to be confused with the elevated trains in Chicago. This is the L train in Los Angeles. The Santa Ana proposed train that is going to go from Los Angeles Union Station down to somewhere near the Cerritos Mall, which is going to provide an amazing service to the Southeast Valley. Okay, so let me bring up this awesome project, which in an area that is not hardly touched at all. This train is called the West Santa Ana Branch Transit Corridor. At one point, and I'll show you on my map here because I have it drawn out and, well, sort of drawn out. Um, this train was supposed to do some sort of route between Los Angeles Union Station and then parallel the Blue Line. You go to Alameda, parallel the Blue Line, hop on a piece of track that now Metro owns, and then hop south on this particular abandoned track. I believe is abandoned now, and it goes down, go through some great neighborhoods like the Southgate area, um, the Southgate area. Let me see, what's some other good areas? Huntington Park, um, Paramount, Bellflower, and so then hops on onto this abandoned tracks and goes all the way down. And now this is my map here. I'm going to continue straight and goes all the way. See this little open area here? This was the original plan. That's, of course, if the Orange County Transit Authority also put money into this. So it will literally cross the county lines, go straight down this open area here, as you can see right here. Oh man, look at this college, Cypress College, all the way down, 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 until it got to, I'm trying not to pass it. Okay, this would have been a very long diagonal route. It really would have. It just would have been amazing. I'm going to pause this video, and what I'm going to do is create that map that Orange County is going to do, and I'll come right back. Okay, and so I went ahead and drew a little quick map here, just so I can show you. This is going to be the Orange County line. So the Orange County line, if you look at the map here, goes from the Santa Ana Regional Transit Center, where the Metrolink and also most of the local buses will meet up. And they'll meet up here, and it will go down Santa Ana Boulevard. And on a one-way street, it'll probably ride on the street with cars going down, and of course, going the other direction. Right down further on Santa Ana Boulevard, hop onto that right of way, which used to be owned by Freight, and then end at the Harbor Transit Center. Great. So if you look at my map here, this was the original plan that was made many years ago for the West Santa Ana corridor to continue south and then hop onto, and as you can see, they're using the same plan, Santa Ana Boulevard. Okay, I'm a little off here because Santa Ana Boulevard is right here. So it was supposed to go this way. Oh, you know what? You can actually see it now. It's actually on there we go. So you can see they're building it right now. If you zoom in really tight, you can see that they're literally got the rocks laid out. They're building the station right there. So they're actually doing it, which is cool. All right, so it's not Metro that's going to be running this program. It's going to be Orange County. And then as you can see, it kind of gears to the left. And this is parallel to Santa Ana Boulevard. And then it hits the street. And then it rides. You can see they already, this is my first time looking at this, everybody. They actually got this pretty much built out. Really nice. I'm happy to see this. And at some point, it's going to split, and one part's going to ride in the middle of a one-way street. Probably, let me see if they have it on satellite view already. Okay. Either they are still in construction or this is an old satellite map. Excuse me. But it looks like it's going to hit in the middle of one of these other streets. Okay, let me go back. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's going to skip Fifth Street and it's going to hit this street here and then go up and connect and go to there. So this is great. I'm happy to see my map is a little off. I'm This is not my concentration on this video, but it basically sort of gives you a good indication of what Metro was thinking about many years ago. This would have been an awesome connection here. And I think if Metro still had this, they would have extended it. OCTA will pay for this part of it and go this way. But that's not here or there. Let's go back to downtown. So I just want to show you what the current plan is. The current terminus of the Santa Ana extension is going to be Union Station. And so let's talk about this. I like this part right here, just this part. And so we got the regional connector, which just opened up a few days ago. And it's the A line and the E line. So the E line, I didn't build out the E line because it's already there, no big deal. But this kind of gives you an idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to connectivity. So let's click on this. So this is on top. The E line comes from Santa Monica, goes through Culver City, it stops at UCLA, goes north, and it's at street, um, basically at grade all the way up until it goes underground above Pico Station. At that point, it goes underground and it stops at 7th and Metro. This is where the old terminus used to be. But with the regional connector, it got extended up and stops at Bunker Hill, if I got this correctly, the historical Broadway station, and the brand new, gorgeous looking 7th or Little Tokyo Art Station. This is where the Little Tokyo station used to be. And then goes north and then very slowly crosses the 101 freeway, crosses a street here, or actually the street's up here, and stops at Union Station. Now, if you zoom out, you can see how it looks. When you zoom in, my artistry is totally skewed and not pretty. But if you zoom out, you can see it a little bit better. So here is what I'm thinking about. Right now, there's a bottleneck, and that is roads. In downtown, only talking about downtown. I am not talking about the rest of Expo or the Blue Line or even the Santa Ana line that's going to be at grade at some point. In that busy intersection, it goes above grade. What I'm talking about is making most of this underground. And here's where I'll explain. But I didn't talk about the blue line, the A line. The A line comes from Long Beach through Compton, uh, through here on Washington Boulevard, goes up Flower, and then stops at the Bunker Hill, at the Grand Avenue, or no, Bunker Hill, Historic, Broadway, and at the Little Tokyo station here. Then it continues north again on this very slow crossway here because it's a very tight turn. That's why the train can't really turn really fast. At Union Station, and then it bounces over off of the Metrolink and stops at Chinatown Station, goes further north, and then this is the blue line as we know it today. The X Gold line, which continues all the way. You can see the tracks here. It goes um, through here, South Pasadena, which this South Pasadena station, very interesting intersection here. I think they should have made this above grade, if you ask me. But it's already built, it's done. Let's let it go. And then continue. It goes underground underneath Colorado Boulevard for obvious reasons, the Rose Parade. And then, if we can somehow follow these tracks, it takes you all the way to Azusa. Eventually, this line will continue through Azusa, and if you can follow the faint gray line and connect up with the Metrolink at Pomona, the San Bernardino Metrolink line. Continue east again, and the final termination will be in Montclair. If San Bernardino wants to, we can extend it even further. And I think what they wanted to do was take a line and get it over to the Ontario airport, which is down here. So this line will go up or go this way on the Metrolink tracks, go down. Yeah, this is it right here. And then go down to the Ontario airport. And probably right here is where it will terminate. Now, of course, in a perfect world, I think that the Metrolink, the train should continue south and connect to the Metrolink, and then go down and connect to Riverside, go up to San Bernardino, and terminate there. That would be perfect. It will give a really good um, coverage of the San Bernardino area. People can hop on there, go to sleep, and wake up in downtown LA. Or if they work in Long Beach, they can go all the way down to Long Beach, as you see there. Okay. So let me go back to my point here. What I think would be the best solution for this is I want to remove this part right here. Now, it's a good idea to have this part as well. So I'm not saying we should get rid of it, but I really wish that the Santa Ana line stayed on the blue line tracks. But there's a problem here. This is a very busy junction here, especially right here where the tracks connect. And if you can see here, you look at a satellite view, that is where it is. The train turns right, and this little thing right here is busy. I'm sure it has to be maintained all the time because there's constant trains going through here. Plus, it's blocking this intersection. So imagine if the Santa Ana line during rush hour and the Long Beach line, the A line, and the Expo line was running. This little intersection will be mute. It will not work. Okay. So, granted, being that this is at grade up and down Washington, fine. Let's have this go up. But what's good about this is that it will make a connection to 6th Street, Olympic Boulevard. I think, actually, I believe 7th Street should be one of the stops. Another good stop will be Olympic, and then another one maybe at 4th Street or maybe somewhere in between, like right about here, so that people can get to the Galleria, Little Tokyo Marketplace, and many other great attractions that are around here. This is what's considered the arts district. So, you know what? So so be it. Let this line happen. But I still want to go back to here. This part right here is slow. It adds 10 minutes to an already hour long transit or hour long ride on Washington Boulevard. They're already going to make this part aerial. So this West Santa Ana train is going to go aerial and side by side, not connecting, not merging with the blue line. The West Santa Ana train and the blue line to Long Beach is going to run side by side. Both of these systems, it's not like we're running a red line car or a metro car. Um, this is the same tracking station technology. Everything's the same. So why would we do this? Please connect the Santa Ana line to the blue line. This is already aerial. Okay. So going back to the satellite map, um, I'm using, I can probably see it here better. Okay, let me get in there. Here it is. And let's drop in our little dude here. Okay. Oh, that's Vernon. Okay, my apologies. That's not where I want to go. I want to go to Slauson. Okay, it's Slauson Station, right? Yeah, Slauson Station. All right, so we are going up right here. Okay, actually, it's here, not there. Okay, right here. And so let's put a little dude right here, the little dude. And so this is already aerial. And if you go down just a little bit, and let me see if I can get on this street here. This is where they want to put the Santa Ana train. It's going to be aerial, but it's going to sit right next to the blue line tracks. And it's going to ride up this right away, completely aerial. It is never going to connect with the A line. Why would you do that? Okay, so let's see if we can go down this road just a little bit more. All right, so there is a little bit of a issue, but not too much. This whole section, if we connect the A line with the Santa Ana line, I think what I call it the L line. So from this point on, I'm going to call it the L line. With the L line, my middle name is L. It's Lowry. But anyway, we can put a cross junction here, just like how they did the 405 freeway and where the Green Line station is at Airport Station, and have it. So this will take the blue line out for a little bit, probably for a few months, but create a junction here and have the tracks turn. Okay, let's go back to the top. All right, now I believe, if I remember correctly, that yeah, we can gear it off of here. So it'll be a very kind of a tight turn, like this, and then like this, and then exit out from here. Now, if you do it high enough, I do believe they could probably put a here and another, some supporting poles in this area here. So it can probably go right above this, whatever this piece is. and then hop onto this right away. Now, the reason why I say this, because north of here, let's take out all the at-grade trackage. No at grade. Let's make this completely above grade. Now, the current, this will have to be rebuilt, this little train crossing here. Actually, this might work out because the blue line, the only thing I worry about is the freight train. I don't know if Metro owns this part or not, but this is the Metro Rail and this is freight. But let's continue this north and let's go over to Vernon. I'm gonna get there. Okay, let me zoom out. There we go. So I can go faster. This should be above ground as well, and that's not okay. 40. Wow, it's a little. There we go. This little tiny station is so thin. I don't know if you ever really noticed it, but Vernon Station is so thin. It's like barely any room to squeeze through here. And I think because when they originally built it, they had some room over here. Built the track out over here some. Mm. But this is a very thin station. So let's get rid of this thing. Let's make this above grade. Make the station a little bit wider. It doesn't have to be that much wider, just a little bit. And the Santa Ana train and the A train, the L train and the A train can stop right here. Wouldn't that be awesome? On the same tracks, same station, same back channel. And continue north. Above all this area, remember, I'm not talking about all of A train. I'm only talking about this part. Okay? Just this part. Now, we have a station here, right here, Washington Station. Then at above grade have a junction. One goes up this way, the other one goes up that way. Have a I don't know what you call them, but maybe a cross on each side. Have like a cross track here. Well, they already got one. Well, if it's above grade, put one here. Put a crossing track here. Okay, they seem to have one at grade already, but let's do an above grade cross track and have one track, just like you see it here. Have a one track crossing here for service, for services and other things. Now, the current line is supposed to stay grade at grade, or it may go to as I mean above grade. It may go to at grade because of the freeway here. Let me see. Let me see what it looks like here. Or it'll be a very extremely high, a very high little crossover here, which I know it can be done. It'll be very easy to do. But yeah, that's going to be quite mm, the homelessness in LA. So sad. I hate to see this. I really do. All right, so it might go at grade for this junker, and I that would be cheaper. So it will have to if we go back. Where was I at? Kind of lost my place here. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. So this will. Um, hell? Oh, that's the goal line. Okay. Or the E line. Okay, so I'm further up than I thought. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of lost my place here. Okay, here we go. All right. So this track, yeah, it will go through here, kick out the homeless, unfortunately. And then, or let's do it above the freeway. It'll be a very high. part right there, and then at some point hop onto Alameda. So at some point, this right here, it goes through here. This will have to be purchased. They probably already own it, and this building's here, so they won't build a bit there. But what the hell is this? Okay, so they stuck out some crates here. It seemed like this would be kind of hard. I mean, I have to see the. If you look at the EIR report, you can see what their plan is for every single this area. So it will have to hop onto Alameda and go up Alameda. And I'm not sure if this is above grade or at grade. I have to look at the plans. In fact, I can look at it right now. Duh. Okay, so let's look at it. It's all doesn't say. I think there's another document somewhere that does go into it. It's on their Dropbox. Let's see, project presentations. Let's look that up real quick. Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm not going to try to find it because I'll be taking too much time. All right. So I do believe that the A line and the O line should share its tracks. Come on. It will just be so much better. And then once it's on Washington, keep it at above grade. Keep it above grade, please. Okay. And let's have it run above grade until it gets to, and I'm going to show you guys something right about, I found a great intersection for it right here. What happens is right here, it will begin to go under Washington Boulevard, still providing a station here. So it will go from above ground or above grade to at grade and then dip underneath San Pedro after it, stops at the station. Literally, it will just drop like a roller coaster and then go underneath Washington here. This will be such an amazing thing. Have and instead of having a station here, and let me see, where's the other station at? Here. Okay. Is that a station? Yes, it is. Okay. But there's no station over here, is there? So my thinking is that this right here will be below grade and the expo line can go below grade somewhere between here and here. And both these trains under Flower Street are going to be below grade completely all the way through. Even and then once it goes below grade above Pico Station, then it will connect up to the current line. Now, this will provide some setbacks between north of Pico and somewhere below the 110 and on Washington all the way through. This will discontinue the blue line for several weeks because this part right here will take time to build. The underground sections can be dug up while these lines continue to run, except for the cut and cover areas, of course. That's the thing. You got cut and cover areas, so it probably can't run. Go ahead and build the Santa Ana to go exactly where they have planning it to go. Let's have it go. Let's have it do what it wanted to do. And the blue line can still continue to run at grade while they're building the Santa Ana line, right? Then, once they get this part built, then they have to shut down the blue line at Florence and continue the blue line maybe at Vernon or something, or maybe the Santa Ana train or the L train can provide service this way and this way, so they can go like boom and boom, and then eventually rejoin itself here, and then continue on to Azusa. So they can do that, while they're building this part here, which at this point is going to be above grade, come back to at grade, and then continue further south. As you know, Firestone Station is above grade. Florence is at grade. So at this point, it can go back to its regular scheduled program. But I'm telling you guys, this being above ground and then being above grade here, go to at grade for only for the station, never touching traffic, just for the station. Go below grade and then have a station here, just like it is now, and then have a junction, underground junction, just like there is at Little Tokyo, right about here, and have it continue further north. Expo line. I do believe that this right here is nonsense. This should not be at grade, not even a little bit. I know there are some arguments online that says that the expo line should have been completely underground. Okay, but I'm only talking about the downtown areas. Okay, now where it goes into a trench, right about here, is where it should stay underground throughout its trip here, and then eventually make its connection to that underground trench. Okay, and for those of you who don't know, let me show you. So above ground, it currently stops at Jefferson and USC. Then it goes below ground, but it's not a tunnel per se. It was more like a trench, um, sort of a trench, some sort of thing. As you can see where they just built a box because it's very short. Well, I believe that they should continue this into an actual tunnel underneath Florence. And this would be ideal. And then, of course, this has already been built and opened. Now, right here, the West Santa Ana goes underground at some point. Remember, I said it was above grade. So at some point, it dips underneath Alameda Street, goes underground underneath these homes here, and then connect up to the Tokyo station. So now we got the gold line, the blue line, and the Santa Ana line connecting at Little Tokyo. But an argument can be said, well, instead of doing that, why not just continue these lines further up? So that's fine. Let's skip Little Tokyo Station. Let's do that. Let's skip it. Oh, I hate when it does that. I don't know why it does that, but okay. You know what? I mean, it just came to mind. Let's skip it altogether. And remember this part right here? This is the current E line. Let's get rid of this part. I say what is currently there now, because why not have it connect? So this is already here, right? Let's continue to build a tunnel all the way through for whatever reason, for storage, for storing rail cars. You can see here where it goes underground right here. So they could probably trench this out a little bit more, go underneath the street, trench this out, just trench it. Don't have to, tunnel it, and then connect with this line. It will probably come at grade, a two track at grade, and then at some point with this gold line or the E line, it will connect up and then continue on its merry way as is. Okay. Now, over here, you see this part right here? Somewhere underneath, and let me see if I can go back to they don't have it, they don't have it drawn out yet, the lines. All right, so there's a line that goes this way, and there's a line that go that way. So what they might have to do to utilize this area here is to cut away a little bit. So as you can see, this station is kind of sideways. So they will have to sort of gear it out a little bit and and meet up with the current line that connects with the E line. So it'll be like a nice quick turn, go south and connect up with this line. And so it will go like this. And if you think about it, that will not work. Ah, right. Because think about it. The line goes this way and this way. They didn't build a junction here. So how would they do that? It will have to be where it goes out and build a junction here instead. That somehow build out something here underground so that this line can connect here and stop at Little Tokyo Station. So that's what might have to happen. Let me see. Can I do undo? How far can I do this? So let's go back to my original plan. Okay. I hate when Google Maps does that. All right, let's go back to this. All right. So this will be amazing, right? If they did this and then goes into Union Station and ride this, the goal line goes this way. So now we got the goal line, the L line, or okay, let me say the E line, the L line, and the A line connecting up to Union Station and Little Tokyo. This can become the major hub of Los Angeles again. This right here, 7th and Metro, not so much. 7th and Metro is easier though. When you get off the light rail, you can go downstairs and get on the red line. If you get off the the light rail here, you got to walk a little bit to get to the red line. It's a little bit of a distance. There's not a direct path to the red line, which I wished they would fix. I wish that was fixed somehow. But it's probably too late. It's done, and we'll move on. The A line continues north to Azusa, and then this is where I want to talk about next. Instead of having the West Santa Ana only terminate at Union Station, have it continue north some more and connect to this station here, Chinatown Station. Continue north some more, and that current Metro Division 21, it can literally, they can build like a siding track for layovers right here. And it parks off to the side so that it keeps it clear for the A line to continue to Pasadena, Azusa, Montclair, Pomona, stuff like that. Eventually, phase two. I sent the email to Metro about this part of this situation, but I said at least extend it north and end it after Metro Division 21. Okay. Then in the future, this is not what I'm about to talk about next is not part of any Metro plans for the future. It used to be in the 90s when they thought they had unlimited money. They thought it would have been awesome, but it didn't happen. This was removed from the original plans. Currently, Metrolink services this area. But how about every 8 to 20 minute train running from early morning to 12 o'clock midnight that goes to here, Cypress Park, Glendale, Metrolink, Colorado, Riverside, Burbank, Burbank Amtrak Metrolink, Burbank Boulevard, and I believe I picked this area because this is where. Oh, okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Buena Vista, Buena Vista. Well, that's probably because I'm not sure why I called that Buena Vista. Okay, sorry guys. I built this. Let's see. It doesn't show. All right, I made this several years ago. So I'm only utilizing what I have here. Why did I call this Buena Vista? Weird. Move on. All right, and then of course the Burbank Airport. Okay, and then Burbank Airport North. So right here is I think will be a good spot. It's somewhere in the parking lot. Maybe have some ramps and some extra infrastructure built so that people can go from here to here and then get on the plane they're trying to get on. Another entrance is this area here. Um, and this is more for not commercial flights, but like other things. I believe that employees of these businesses here would benefit for having this station here, and then somehow build a ramp that connects this line with this line, but probably not needed because it already stops down here, right? So it's not really needed to connect these two. But I do believe having something here, or maybe even relocate this station further north, just a few inches to the north, would help this connect better. And then people who work in this area can get to work and do what they got to do. And then, yeah, Sun Valley. So the second phase, Sheldon, second phase would be, oh, Sepulveda line. Perfect. The Van Nuys line they're trying to get going, that would be the perfect connection for that. So we have two lines connecting. Van Nuys will connect to it, and this line will connect to it. The first phase will end at San Fernando Metrolink Station, Sylmar Station, or whatever they decide to call it. That's the second phase. Third phase, continue further north. And this is Magic Mountain Parkway. Have a station here because then Magic Mountain could provide shuttles back and forth, you know, um, to get people to and from Magic Mountain. And if they run it early enough, people who are employed with Magic Mountain can catch a train from down here, get on the train at the parking ride, and let's say, your start time, let's say Magic Mountain opens at 10 and their start time is at 8 because they got to get things open. They got to run a few trains on tracks. Let's have they can still provide shuttles even for their employees to get to and from Magic Mountain, and then maybe run 2 hours afterwards. I'm just giving little samples here. So I am not too keen about giving this over to Magic Mountain, um, because it is seasonal. It's actually open year round, isn't it? Okay, I live in Texas, everybody. So, I was born and raised here. Lived in Southern California for 30 years, the first 30 years of my life. But I still in love with the LA Metro. But yeah, I think this is fine. If they provide a shuttle bus, and then it ends at the Metrolink Santa Clarita station, which will provide great access to a lot of commuters who work here. And this right here would be what I call the dream line. Now, on the south end, because this is already being built out, it will ride its current to Cerritos. That's first phase, right? Because I believe the first phase is going to be from Slauson to Cerritos, which is going to be somewhere here. Continue south, hop on to Delamo, and then head south on the I-5. Go underground at some point. Okay, I'm going to move. It's going to skip me out. Yep, it will. Okay, I hate when it does that. Okay, go underground. Okay, you know what? Didn't I just say that Magic Mountain should not get a direct line, but Disneyland should? That's because I favor Disney. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a a-hole like that. But if that's not the case, let's say we bypass this part, then fine. We can continue this line on La Palma or Lincoln. Now, let's look back over here. Knott's Berry Farm can do the same thing. I went too far. Beach Boulevard, there it is. All right. Knott's Berry Farm is somewhere south of, it's right, it should be, yeah, right there, Knott's Berry Farm. All right, so really and truly, I really think that Lincoln would be, the more I think about it now, I think Lincoln would be the better choice. And then this line here, this little trolley thing they're building in Orange County, can end and terminate here. And then my L line can go to Lincoln, go out Lincoln, and then make a connection with the Metrolink line and terminate in Anaheim. Get it? I think that would be awesome. The only one who's going to benefit from this awesome connection is Knott's Berry Farm. But if you guys want to, spend the extra money, maybe Disney could pitch in a little bit. Why not? Let's have this thing go into Disneyland. Stop right in downtown Disney. That would be amazing. Have another stop somewhere near the convention center. I would do a double stop here. It'll be this will all be underground, by the way. So downtown Disney, then we got the convention center, and then another stop at Harbor. I think that's a must. You got to have that. Harbor Boulevard is a major street, and then continue. Now at Harbor, I believe it should stop actually right here because that will give good connection to somewhere near the Anaheim Garden Walk, right? Maybe add a little pedestrian tunnel that could end up somewhere here, and so that it's a part of the mall. I think that'd be amazing. Okay, and then continue east. Um, I don't know much about this area, but if this is a good area, have a stop here, maybe another stop here, and then the Anaheim Transit Center. That would be cool. What would be a good idea, I believe, is that they added a not so pretty. Um, from what I understand, this is going to go away, actually. I heard a rumor that this is going to go bye bye. And I don't know. Let me see. Does Disney own the California Angels? They do own the California Angels. I know they did, but I didn't know they still did. So Disney owns this. Now, who owns the Angel Stadium? Uh, who owns the Angels Stadium in California? Uh, I'm actually curious now. I gotta look this up. The big A. Who owns it? I'm not really reading it because I'm taking up all your time. But it doesn't really say. Blah, blah, blah. I wonder if Disney owns that. Because if they did, wouldn't that be something? Okay, Disney owned a minority owner of the team since its inception. Oh, okay, the Mighty Ducks. That makes sense. Also, yeah. Disney always has been an owner of the team. Um, okay, even if it was a minor ownership. I will need to read this more thoroughly, which is not going to happen at this point. I'll look at it later. So that's about it, folks. I mean, just look at this. This is the L line. First of all, you got that blue line that will go all the way over to Montclair, maybe to the Ontario airport at some point, which is right here. That's Ontario. And this is Claremont. Montclair's right next door. So this train will be like, and then ends right there. That would be awesome, right? And then the gold line will be, and then through LA, go up above Union Station, is what I'm hoping for. And then the East LA, it kind of ends like about, I believe, about here somewhere. But at some point, it's going to dip down and it's going to service this area over here, which will be another awesome thing. It's getting coverage to this area. So this will be a very nice line. The blue line is already nice with the extension to Pomona. My goodness, you come on now, come on now. And then of course Claremont, Montclair, and possibly a future into Ontario and beyond. Um, that would be amazing. But this line here, my little tiny line, and screw it. If Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland's going to get their little station, then why not? It's going to cut me off again. But screw it. Let's make a connection here too. There it goes. I hate when it does that. Oh my God. Why does it do that? And this could be at grade or above grade and then stop somewhere down here. And then Six Flags is planning on revitalizing their parks throughout the world. I hope they do because they need to. They need some help. Seriously, they need some help. But I mean, Six Flags have great roller coasters, but their parks are crap. I mean, they're dirty, they're nasty. It's nothing like Universal or Disney parks. It's just nothing close to it. But maybe they can redo their parking lot, put in a parking structure, and having Magic Mountain train connect up here somewhere, and providing a direct connection to the train, maybe down here somewhere. I know there's like a little downhill area here. It kind of goes down underneath something. I'm not sure what, and then it comes up again, so that train can kind of stop here maybe, and then continue, and then stop somewhere over here somewhere, and then a trolley or some sort of system can bring people to the front gates wherever that is. Where's the front gates at? All right, this is the water park. Oh, it's right here. So they could probably put the train out here somewhere and then put in some type of bridge that can probably land right about here. Have that bridge land here somewhere. Maybe take this up a little bit, move those trees over here, I guess, and have that bridge come over here, and then they can walk on over into Magic Mountain. So I think that would be amazing. Anyway, Um, Please like, subscribe, and comment on this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Mm. And excuse me for that. Um, Peace. Have a great day.